Hi, it's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Friday, September 2nd, 2022. The address we're inspecting today is 8137 Southwest Edgewater Way, Wilsonville, Oregon, 97070. That's 8137 Southwest Edgewater Way, Wilsonville, Oregon, 97070. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the side yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it's to be noted that some made sewer pipe made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, Northburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of the cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We are running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage or backup. Couple areas of marginal pitch, so about 33 feet. We've got a little bit of a dip in the pipe, so the camera head goes underwater for a bit, and then we pull out of it. We'll be curious to see when we turn off the water and drain everything out how this area reacts. But the camera head was submerged there for a little bit. You can see things change a little bit, and we go a little bit flat through this piping here. And then we pull out of it. So a little bit of a sag in the line. There it's happening again, so again at 60 feet, a little bit of a sag, and then we reach. Start diving there. And it looks like we drop into a lateral, is what it looks like at about 65 feet. So it looks like we smack into the other side of that. So we're going to turn off the water, drain everything out, and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. My hopes is that we're able to see a little bit clearer at the bottom here, or at the end here, with the water off. But it looks like we run into the wall there, which most likely is the lateral piping. So we're going to turn off the water, we're going to wait, we're going to drain everything out, we're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse. We're curious to see how some of those areas of marginal pitch react with the water off. If you turn off the water and everything drains right on out of there, then you're feeling better about things. But we want to look at this a little bit closer. So we're gonna pause the video, turn off the microphone, and wait for the water to drain out. Okay, the water has been drained out. We wanted to see if we could see this area a little bit better with the water off. Hard to say. So we'd recommend inquiring to determine where the end of responsibility lies in this pipe too. It looks like it dives down, and then it looks like we could be entering a lateral. So we'd recommend getting some information about this pipe before closing. You can see some of the standing water that we had, most of it is actually drained out, so that's good there. Curious to see how some of these areas react. Here's another one where there was some standing water. And again, it looks like for the most part things have drained out of there, so that's good. We'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years also, keeping an eye on these areas. Here's an area of marginal pitch. But again, some good news is it looks like for the most part things have drained out of there. The water is drained out when it's been turned off. Here was the first one coming up on, this is the first one that we saw when we started the sewer scope. That's good news too. So as we come down here, we started to see some standing water through here, but then when you turn it off, everything drained on out. So I'd say at this point the sewer line needs some attention in that we need to monitor. So we'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on this thing, and then repair or replace as needed. If those areas areas of marginal pitch ever worsen. So if things get any worse, then of course some repairs could be required in the future. And then of course it's got a weird connection right at the end. So we want to inquire with the HOA, the sellers, homeowners association. We need to see with the powers that be where the end of responsibility ends in this community or in this line. So we'd recommend getting some information before closing on the sewer pipe. After that, then we'd recommend monitoring and repair and or replace as needed if things ever worsen.